A galactic civil war spreads across the stars. From the heights of Coruscant to fiery Mustafar, to fight the evil empire, for people join the fray. These are the heroes of the Hydian Way.
Welcome to Heroes of the Hydian Way. This is a Star Wars actual play podcast, and we're playing in Edge Studios' Age of Rebellion system. This is Arc 4, Episode 10 of The Hard Road. And I'm Mandarda. I'm the GM for this adventure, and I'm using she-they pronouns.
I'm Sammy, pronouns are she-they, and I'm playing Vadaloran Cursed, also she-they, and I am a courier martial artist.
And I'm Erica Goodwitch, playing Norrin Gremian, who is a they-them engineer scientist.
Our Destiny pool today is fun.
Haha, yeah, it is.
And what is it?
It
As
is
you mentioned.
4. Ha, ha,
5. Nope, it's not 4, it's 5. All dark side points.
Oh, God. It is 5.
Yep.
I always figured that at least 3 people should roll for the Destiny pool.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
apparently I am the least dark side of all of us today.
Yeah. Yeah, Sammy rolled 2, I rolled 2, and Darda rolled 1.
Yep.
Funny how that works.
And there is balance in the Force or whatever.
That's not
It's
balance.
just that way.
That's the
I mean,
opposite of balance.
yeah, the way everything is starting, it just sort of feels like an appropriate Destiny pool for the fortunes of the crew. Considering. And for this, the view is of the gala, a little bit above everyone's heads, looking down at where Vadaloran is, where there's still the remnants of a smoke bomb that has gone off. Or at least what looks to be the classic smoke bomb, has gone off. And by that I mean like the classic Batman throws something on the ground, it creates a big flash and smoke, and then whatever's behind it disappears. On account of 2 people have disappeared with this. A Neimoidian that Vadaloran had been questioning, and a barely seen person in a powder blue suit. All the people who had been around, everyone heard it. A lot of people are looking at it, like at the cloud of smoke. And you get several people who are doing the classic, several are starting to run away. You've got a couple people who have pulled pistols and are very thankfully having at least a little bit of muzzle discipline and pointing them at the ground. And you also get the wonderfully loud tromps of one of the Herglics coming over, trying to figure out what the heck's there. On the other hand, they're like 2 stories tall, so one of the beings that is most certainly taller than Vadaloran. Our wonderful 7-foot tall, purple furred person.
Herglics are
so
how
anyway,
tall?
I took that personally. Herglics are very tall.
Yeah, Herglics are huge.
I would like to vacate the area before said Herglics arrive. Is there like a support column nearby? Because I want to try to get above the crowd. Because if I want to vacate the area, I want to do it in the direction of the people I'm now in a chase with, if I can spot them. Or even just a table to climb on so I can get
I mean, you can
better
definitely
view of
get
the crowd.
You can definitely get a better view. Totally get a better view. Yes, that is a thing. On the other, oh right, you weren't allowed to roll for whether you could find them.
Oh yeah, we haven't rolled for that yet. That's fine.
Yes, on account of so many despairs in that episode. Jumping up onto a a table, even the Old Republic weird level design. I'm going to go with, there probably is like a pillar or two kicking around.
As a Lasat, I can climb vertical surfaces, so a column is just a weird ladder. And would let me get quite a bit of altitude over the crowd.
In the amount of time that you have, I'm really going to go with like you're able to do essentially a single move action. Due to the startle factor, and if you really want, I'll use a destiny point to say that, you can get to like short range from where you were, but you won't be able to get too much further. Essentially meaning for most you'd be able to, but I think the Herglick would still be able to grab you, is really where I'm going.
Yeah. I do have free running, where suffer a strain when making a move maneuver to move to any location within short range. Could I use that to get like on the pillar?
Oh, like I have no problem with you getting on the pillar. I was meaning like you get short range up the pillar.
Gotcha.
The Herglick might be able to reach up and grab you is more my thing.
Gotcha.
On account of Herglick is giant.
It's fine. I'm reasonably fast, I assume.
You're going up there for one reason. The Herglick's coming over for a different reason.
Mm-hmm. They have questions and I don't have time to answer.
Okay, Herglick comes over. Pretty much everyone else is scattering. Even the people who've pulled pistols are now reholstering. They're not like resnapping, but they're reholstering them pistols after safing them because, again, they at least know how the heck to work a pistol in a crowd. Yeah, the Herglick's looking around. These Herglicks are not dim, they're just huge. So I'm figuring the Herglick is going to look up at you as you have gone up to get a better view of everything. Asks you,
"Do you have any pistols or disruptors?"
Definitely not, no.
I see.
The Herglick is going to turn and start looking towards the ground and trying to see if there's anything that they can detect from where the smoke came from, whatnot.
Yeah, to be clear, that was a lie.
I mean, a holdout blaster is a very different thing than a disruptor.
Yeah, do have a holdout blaster and also the concealment holster, so it's not obvious, but it was a lie.
Everything's going relatively fast. I'm not really going to go on the Herglick attempting to...
Pat me down or anything?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, a disruptor could look like that. Very few people know what a disruptor weapon looks like when they shoot it.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been. It wasn't, but it could have been. So you are searching for where the heck did these two go? Is there something that you can see?
Mm-hmm. I am assuming perception.
Yeah.
But would you take Streetwise since I'm trying to pick somebody out of a crowd?
Ooh. Yes.
Excellent.
I mean, perception Streetwise, or, I mean, vigilance, technically I might even go for survival, but that would be a longer shot.
All those dice pulls are bad.
Yeah, but Streetwise I kind of use as urban survival, so...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally.
What's my difficulty here? And follow-up question. Do you feel like using one of those dark side points there?
I mean, I'm going to go with yes. And it is going to be going up against 3 red and 1 purple.
Oh my gosh. Well,
I mean, that is
could have been
nowhere near as
worse.
bad as... Yeah, like,
I
not
mean,
successful,
with
but...
3 reds on the table and my apparent luck, I'll take a single threat.
Mm-hmm. I mean, considering what you were going up against, makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, as you're looking around, even with the distinctiveness of the Nemoidian robes and also the powder blue suit, they have blended into the crowd. You are not quite sure where the heck they are. The entire crowd definitely does seem to be very on edge. Okay, I'm using another point for this. As you're looking around, you're noticing up in the dais where the hut is normally looking over. You can see lights up there, and it does look like a hut is now in residence up there. You can kind of see a shadow up there of a hut, like being backlit or something. It looks like a speech is about to be given. And like there's also 2 bodyguards who are leaning over the edge of this dais, this balcony, and have blaster rifles drawn and are looking into the crowd, like trying to find what happened.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Okay.
In an attempt to be incredibly suspicious, and under the assumption that they just run directly away from me, I'm just going to start running in that direction and see if I can get lucky.
Sure. So you launch yourself from the pillar and are running pretty much directly away from you. The thing that you do notice very quickly after you sort of through the first wash of people, even though you were at an elevated position, you did notice that there is one of the side entrances in that direction. So as you're bolting and running through, you're moving, and yeah, you see like all these side entrances have been open, because like this is a gala, everyone here is supposed to be security vetted. There's no real reason to keep these things closed. It's easier to get stuff in and out, like for the party and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
There's an open door in that direction. So the question I have is, how conspicuous are you being?
Regrettably, very, because the more conspicuous I am, the faster I am. And this is a time-sensitive matter.
I mean, that's entirely fair. I was just wanting to double check.
Yep. This will be the last time Norin leaves me in charge.
In that case, I am wanting to get some form of a check to get through there. Vaguely thinking like athletics makes sense.
Athletics would be great. And now that we've got 2 of these things, flip a light side point.
All right.
I hope my team is okay with that. Gee. And this is why I love couriers, because I have the shortcut talent, which adds a boost.
Nice.
All right. So this, I'm going to go with... Actually, I'm just going to go with a 1 red, 1 purple, 1 setback kind of a check.
What is the setback from? Because I do have a couple things that might negate that.
So the setback is from the crowd, like the crowd being kind of crushed in and that.
Yeah. Are crowds difficult terrain?
I would argue yes.
The swift talent do not suffer usual penalties for moving through difficult terrain.
Well then, that works.
I love couriers. They're such a fun spec.
Yeah, Lissac couriers are scary.
Ooh. That's a reasonably large pool for 2 successes, but I'll take it.
I mean, it's only 2 successes. So, as you're there, you're racing to catch up to them, and you are able to catch a view of them. You're able to follow them, at least for a little bit. You aren't able to catch up to them, though. You're into visual range. You aren't into, like, engaged, or you might be able to shoot them.
Mm-hmm.
Through the service door into the hallway there, very back hall, Duracrete lined with conduits and that going up and down it. They are ducking into a stairwell that is going up, and you're able to see them going up, and for 2 successes, I figure you're able to follow them up high enough that you're able to see the door to the hut level, or the dais level, is still closing by the time you get up to visual range of that door.
Oh my goodness, I'm going to embarrass the ISR.
That attitude is why you're in charge.
You're at least realizing it.
Fair. It's not going to stop me from kicking the door in, but I realize I'm causing problems on purpose.
This is a fire-rated door, so it opens into the stairwell.
I will rattle the door handle and see if it's unlocked.
Oh, it's unlocked. Like-
Poke my head in.
There's a small entourage of droids and people. There's some wait staff who have a platter, actually a couple platters of food there. It's about what you'd expect for a quote-unquote surprise visit from a hut. So, like, there's definitely a lot of people there. It's like any sort of well-to-do person showing up. There's an entourage. And in this particular case, it's a hut, so there's even more, including a small droid to go along after to make sure that they've gotten cleaned up, because this is a mobile hut, unlike some. And it isn't a hut that is in a show of armor, because those are canon and hilarious, but not in this case. You do see a hut, but at the moment, without doing like some sort of check, you're not immediately able to see who, if any of these people are there.
Super. This is fine. Sorry to interrupt, Your Highness, but I chased the people who set off the smoke bomb down there into here. I think they might be trying to hide amongst your entourage.
And as you say that, the two bodyguards who had been looking over the ledge of the balcony then turn and are now pointing their blasters in your general direction, not at you. You figured that you're at about short range, but yeah, most of the entourage is now going to part like they're a universal ride and hug the walls. There is the hut, one of those wonderful insect-headed translation droids, because I just love their look, and yet the two bodyguards who are standing kind of on the other side, but they can look around the hut. The hut's not in their line of fire. The hut rumbles a question of you, and
Kusa Kuz Alice Vota.
Their Highness Goleb Ramesh bows, asks, what do you fear for their safety?
I don't fear for their safety. I think they might have been party to a murder on our ship.
Kusa Katinka Jihupa Crispo.
Who are you accusing the Great Gotthelp of murdering?
Oh, my apologies. There may have been a misunderstanding. I don't think the Great Gottlieb is party to the murder. I think said murderers are merely hiding amongst His Majesty's entourage. Without his knowledge, of course.
Juba Hagwa Naga Tabatu Batu Ji Ponji.
That does still leave the question of who has been murdered that would cause such a disruption at the opening gala of this tournament.
That would be the...
You don't actually know.
Oh, shoot, don't I?
You
Oh,
know
did
it's
we-
a Duros. I don't think you've received the confirmation that it was the captain. Or it was the coach.
Oh, yeah.
Unless Andarta knows better.
Honestly, I like this complication.
Who exactly was murdered is still up for question. Wait, do we know that you found a body, period?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
You know that there was a body. You know that it was a desiccated body. Beyond that,
Yeah, we found a desiccated body on our ship. and I suspect these people's involvement.
Oh ho 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 ho.
You could say something like or I could flip that light side point and you can get a convenient comm call right now.
Yeah, and
I
also
mean, that would be an amazing part. And honestly, just way everything goes. Okay, mostly going on how the Destiny pool is. I would not require the Destiny point because that would be the perfect timing. Like, story timing just works nicely for me on that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want that,
Yeah.
go right ahead.
Your comm beeps.
Sorry, I have to take this.
Diska di dumpa baka seta.
Yellow.
It is permitted.
Vadalorn, it's Norin. The DNA testing of the body just came back. It is indeed Amor Sil. But he was at the party. Did you manage to get in contact with his doppelganger?
Yeah, Kedra and I straight up talked to him. There was something off about him, though.
Off, like he's not actually the person who's been on the ship with us this entire time?
That was the vibe I got. You ever seen someone smile super weird?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you managed to find Izasil yet?
Kedra's on the way. I was a bit too preoccupied with this to help.
What is this?
Everything is fine. Don't worry about it. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
But hey, no, wait.
I've got an audience with the hut. It's fine.
You should get back to that then.
Work in progress. Talk to you later.
Comm call ends.
Wabda dopamiki. Kikianun. Kikiuna wata kong.
The Great Godolb is asking, will this affect the Cracker Cat's ability to play in the opening game tomorrow morning?
We're a tough team. We'll pull through. Our assistant manager is very competent, and we'll.
Assistant manager, or is he just the team manager?
This is a team manager is perfectly competent and capable of stepping up to the task.
Okay, it's at this point where I'm going to
Another light
do
side
that.
point.
The next part is I am going to ask for... Yeah, this is a vigilance check.
Oh no.
Of Vadalorn's. Can still technically succeed.
Norin, I hope you're okay with it, but I'm using another light side point.
Go for
because
it.
my vigilance pool is too green.
Go for it.
This is going to be going up against 2 red and a green.
Purple?
But you were... 2 red and a purple. Yes, sorry. It was going up against 2 red and a purple.
Boop. Well, that's something for sure. That is 3 success and 3 threats.
I'm going to go with the whole thing just sort of works so beautifully. I'm not entirely certain what the 3 threats are going to be, but the 3 successes are you definitely see a being that is blue with white hair and somewhat human-looking features. Same shade of blue that's been bouncing around for the last several episodes. This one looks a lot more human and definitely has like a white buzz cut. They have a relatively ornate robe that they are wearing, and they are raising a rifle of unknown variety. Definitely looks at least energy-based, like a blaster or something along that lines. They are raising it and pointing it in the general direction of the hut.
Well, at the risk of getting shot, which would be a great use of those 3 threads. I'm going to tackle them if I can get there in time. Oh, and I do have free running. I could probably get there in time.
Get down, Mr. President.
I mean, burn the strain. Absolutely. I do kind of want you to describe how you're getting over there using free running, because I think it's amazing, but I am totally here for that.
Parkour. So basically, jump up, grab something on the ceiling. My vertical is amazing, by the way. I get my feet up on something and then just propel myself over the entourage into the person with the blaster there.
In that case, that would then be a brawl check, I believe, if you're wanting to tackle or something along that
I'm
lines.
so good at brawl. Yep.
I mean, you actually are.
Would my difficulty be the standard brawl difficulty?
I
I got a lot of dark side points there.
mean, I do, but I'm also taking a look at the stat block that I've currently got in front of me. All right, I am using a destiny point because I should. Need to give destiny points back and all that, but also this just sort of seems like it. So this is a brawl check, which is a combat check of a particular variety. So that would be 2 red and a setback.
Okay. I am... Look, okay, so I'll take threats over despairs any day. I said jinxing it, probably. But it is a successful check. So my brawn is 4, so it would make the damage 5, if I recall correctly.
Great God, old Stuka is going wild.
You don't have your sap gloves?
Oh, I do have sap gloves, which do 6 stun damage, plus my 1 success. So, 7 stun damage as I tackle them from above and just kind of palm their face with my sap gloves. I
mean, you try to. You absolutely try to. You are able to distract them. You're definitely able to get to engage with them. You are very much able to disrupt any shot that they have. The trick to it, though, is you don't actually land a hit on them.
Oh.
On account of, as you're dropping down, as you're getting into grab, they notice you and are able to essentially use their blaster rifle to get in the way of your hand. So one would call it parrying your hand. The sap glove slides down the barrel and doesn't actually hit them.
Well, that's unfortunate. How many times do I get shot by the hut guards?
This particular moment, I am thinking...
A smash cut to Norin?
Yeah, they parry your attack, so it doesn't actually fully land. It gets absorbed into their soak, and we smash cut to Norin.
Okay. Confirmed. Emersil. I think it was too difficult to... Norin is in their lab, like kind of pacing back and forth, and has a thumbnail in between their teeth as they're sort of thinking out loud to themselves about, okay, it's definitely the coach of the team. Oh gosh. I don't recall myself. It's not in my notes. How long the body has been there?
No one knows, actually.
It's probably something I'm going to have to attempt to determine. But I should probably inform the team manager of this development. I'm going to calm the team manager. Vadalorn said that Kedra's found Azazel and they're on their way back, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Vadalorn's busy. So I'm going to have to get in touch with our Nikto buddy myself.
It takes a few rings for them to actually answer. And you can tell that they're like off to the corner of the gala. Like you can kind of hear the music is picked back up after the smoke bomb stuff. You don't hear anything in the background. So whatever's going on with Vadalorn hasn't made its way down to the general floor yet, if it ever does. It sounds like Hunk is off, like trying to shield the communicator from the noise. Yes? Who is this?
It's Norin, the first officer of the Codfather. I I need you to get back to the Codfather right now. Meet me here, like now.
Why?
How do I put this delicately? This is a hush-hush matter at the moment, but our crew found Amorsil's body in his bunk in the pod.
His body? What?
Yes, his body.
That... What state was the body in?
Desiccated, completely devoid of all liquids.
He was here not 30 minutes ago.
I don't think he was. It's difficult to determine time of death at this moment, but this is not a fresh death. I don't know who that was at the gala, because yes, I saw him too. But I do not believe that was Amor.
Vadaloran is investigating that particular matter at this moment.
Amor or whoever had forgotten the meds back at the Codfather. I'm trying to remember how much had been used when yours brought it. Well, we've got all the rest of the team here, and you're not missing anyone. Are you?
Let's see. Izuzo and Kidra have checked in. Vadaloran, Hookman, and Hezzy. I need to check in with one more crew member to verify that I'm not missing him.
Alright, I'm gonna get Zach, and we're gonna try to make our way back now. Between the med case being left, something I've never known Amor to do, and there's also a vibe that's going through this party. There's even been some weird pyrotechnics happening. Alright, we're on our way back as quick as we can.
Thank you. I'll see you soon.
And Norn ends the call and is just like, I need to check on Trellway. And is going to attempt to calm Trellway.
For this, I'm just going to spend the dark side point. Do it the easy narrative way that the system was designed around. And yeah, you can't actually get in contact with Trellway. It just keeps ringing and ringing.
Fun. So this is where I get to make reality my joke of having sewn air tags into everybody's clothing. I'm going to use careful planning to introduce a fact into the narrative as if a destiny point has been spent. And yes, I do indeed have trackers on everybody. So I'm going to open up my datapad and look up Trellway's tracker.
The ping does come back that Trellway is at the gala.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much activity going on, it's kind of hard to pinpoint an exact placement. And also, it seems to be at the gala level, but beyond that, it's kind of hard to tell.
It's his proximity to Vadalorn.
Small clarification.
Uh-huh.
Which part of clothing?
I want it to have been hidden. Like Norin's paranoia and not wanting to lose someone, so therefore it's not going to be on an article of clothing that is easily taken off or discarded.
Okay, so probably not in the coat. Generally not in the pants then.
I'm like waistband of the pants, like sewn into the waistband of the pants near the tag, maybe, because I feel like that's somewhere.
Yeah, that's usually small at the back, so it's not going to be that annoying.
Like, we're not going to get into the violation of, underclothes.
Yeah, I was completely going to skip that and go to the shoes.
I'll make that joke. Don't worry about it. But also, I don't wear shoes, so.
Yeah, they're not directly. I would go with they are probably the long edge of medium range from Vadalorn. And they don't appear to be moving at the moment.
That's relatively close then. Vadalorn's in audience with a hut, though. How did Trellway get into the hut's VIP chambers?
Do the air tags show verticality? Because it could be pinging this location 4 floors down.
Yeah.
maybe a computer's to triangulate?
The thing I'm trying to square for this circle is, I mean, there are other things that would be giving a range. I'm just trying to... Vadalorn makes sense that you'd have a known distance. I'm just sort of thinking from the privacy / whatever. It'd be having to get someone else to get a range. Like, yeah, if there's a second point, you'd definitely be able to get that. I'm just...
Like if I could also look at Kedra's location or...
Yeah, like something like that. Though at the moment, I'm going to go with that they'd be essentially out of range to give a direction.
Well, yeah. Kedra and Izazel are supposedly on their way back, so...
And because of that, they'd be in some form of car driving.
Was Izel's in her cape things? I think that was left on the premises.
No, because that can be taken off.
Yeah.
And just... or lost.
But it might be where Izazel's comlink is.
Ooh.
And that I can actually see. Actually, nothing has been said about her clutch or purse or what have you. And I know that she had it. I mean, as if a destiny point has been used. So let's go with... From Vadalorn, it's at the long end of medium. Like, it is bouncing between long range and medium range. Whatever someone wants to call that. You are able to get a ping from Izazel's comlink. I'm figuring that this is all running roughly the equivalent of how AirTags currently work. So you are able to get, because you've got the 2 points, you can get verticality, and then it applies it against a map. So from that, you're figuring that Troy's on the gala level, like almost directly below where the hut balcony is, the viewing balcony is. Troy seems to be not moving and off the gala floor. The Codfather doesn't have a complete map of what the place is, but it's definitely, the ping returning from Trollway is definitely below Vadalorn, almost directly below. Judging by that, it's pretty close to being at the gala level.
Right, not moving gala level directly below Vad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to keep an eye on it for several minutes to see if it does move before I ping Vadalorn again, because I know Vadalorn's a little busy right now.
Yeah, just shoot me a text. It's fine.
So as you're waiting for Trollway to move, I am figuring that at this point, Jones is going to poke their head in.
Oh, Commander Norin, how goes the investigation?
Terribly. I need to determine cause of death, but the body is dust. So I can't, it's going to be difficult to determine cause of death from the body. The team manager is on his way back to the ship, as well as Izazel and Kedra, I believe. And Vadalorn is trying to detain, I don't know, the person who was walking around the gala acting as if he were the team coach. And I can't get a hold of Trellway. He seems to be at the gala, but he's not answering his comm. And that is worrying me.
That is a very worrying thing. This evening has seemed to descend into a snarl of issues. Is there any way I or the rest of the crew can help out?
Norn's thinking about it. I don't know. I just need to figure out how to determine cause of death. Or not cause of death, yes. Determine how to determine cause of death and also time of death. And let's see, to do. Cause of death. Time of death.
I seriously just sort of think this is going on like some form of murder board. Like,
yeah, Norn's starting a whiteboard. Like Norn's just like, I need to organize my thoughts. Grabs a marker and turns to the whiteout board and starts writing. Cause of death, time of death. I don't think you can go to the gala. Sorry, Jones. I don't think you want to go. I don't really want to send Hookman or Aziz either. I'm gonna have to ask Vadalorn to look for Trollway, but Vadalorn's looking for our imposter coach. Unless I go back to the gala. Should I go back to the gala? No, I'm needed here. The team manager is coming here to see me.
If you want, Hookman and I can go to the gala. I am sure that an assistant droid will not be looked too much upon, especially in the company of a clone.
Go find Trailway, please.
Aye.
And as Jones does actually bow with a aye, you can see the vibroblade on their back over the bowler cap on their head.
He'll blend in. It's fine.
At least they're fancy enough for the gala.
Exactly. With the bowler hat and the monocle and the mustache. Blend right in.
More dapper than me by degrees.
I saw more eccentric beings there, to be honest.
I mean, one might even call them indistinguishable.
All right, Norin is going to turn their mind towards determining time of death.
Okay, this is going to be a somewhat nasty check, but on the other hand, you've got like 4 dice and whatever it is. So I'm going to use a destiny point, and I'm figuring, yeah, pretty much anything that you use is going to be a 3 red, 1 purple, and 1 setback due to agitation for a roll.
Okay.
That was, the destiny point was already included in that list of stuff, but I just need to remember to use it.
I am going to use education because I'm not only going to use medicine.
Mm-hmm.
I am also going to use surveillance, like any internal cameras that we may have. To try, or any sort of internal like logs that we have that tracks who is on the ship when. So I'm going to be using a combination of computers and medicine. So I'm education.
Okay, yeah, I can dig with that. Yeah,
like logic and reasoning.
Can totally go with that.
I will just go ahead and flip a destiny point back.
I mean, that was somewhat expected.
If I use a destiny point, yeah, it's DL. Okay. Roll yellow, 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 yellow. Trying to think of a boost die. I can't think of one. How many reds did you say?
3 reds, 1 purple, and a setback.
Purple and a setback. Remove setback per rank of researcher. So
That's fair.
From all knowledge checks.
Mm-hmm.
Red, purple. I want a boost die. Why? What could I argue a boost die for? I mean, I could argue that this is my ship systems and
right tool for the job?
Yeah.
I mean, the only slight argument I'd have against it is sort of like adding in another setback, which you've got enough researchers to cover it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'd give the boost, but toss in a setback on account of this is also working on the pod, which is not necessarily the Codfather, per se.
That is true.
In that case,
I do have another rank of researcher.
Yeah, like, as I'm saying, like, it would be sort of a...
Cool. Awesome. So that's 4 yellows, a blue, 3 red, and a purple. Enter. For 1 success and 2 threat.
D1 never change.
Dang it, I'm actually going to have to start giving out what the heck the threats are doing.
Oh yeah, I still have 3 unspent for my... Oh my goodness.
There was 1
this
from the roll
fine.
after. Anyway, we'll deal with that in a moment. This is... So, 1 success. You were able to figure out that it was... You're not 100% certain of exactly the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no triumph and whatnot, no advantage.
Mm-hmm.
But you're able to narrow it down to the day. And the day is the day you left ISR.
I knew it. This whole time, I knew it.
So, essentially, what you were able to get out of it is beyond the normal crew of the Codfather, there are supposed to be 12 people on top.
Mm-hmm.
Including ground crew and all that. You counted 20 people coming on, setting up the bunks, making sure all the locks were in during the time that the Codfather was getting ready and getting the container on board. And at that point, you were able to count 7 leaving an extra one. The one thing that you are able to track is the person who initially showed up to say hello at the bridge during episode 1 of this arc was Amor. After that, sadly, there is no... I'm actually going to use the 2 threat, saying that there was no hookup within the quarters for whatever reason.
Privacy.
Yeah, I mean,
Valid.
Sure, we can go with that. There's essentially no cameras inside the quarters.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, you're not 100% certain as to who is there. You do notice that there is a person who goes in. They look vaguely like a Godel, but then not 10 minutes later, you see a Godel walking around the loop of internal hallways in the residence area of the pod that looks very similar. And then this person routinely shows up again. The initial Godel is not really shown up again. And that Godel you did see going into the coach's room.
Awesome. Are they wearing some sort of holotech spy disguise kit? Are they a Claudite? Are they what? For Void's sake. Okay, I've got this. Great. Time for cause of death now. Where is Izazel? Where is Kedra? We have an imposter among us. We've had this imposter among us for 10 days. Yeah, Norn will print off the picture of the Godel and stick it up on the board with who? Question mark, question mark.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Heroes of the Hydian Way. You can find show updates at linktree/The Hydian Way, and you can find me on the socials at Deuterium Ice.
I'm Sammy. I'm at places on the internet at linktree/Goddess Sammy, with 1 fewer S's than you might think.
And you can find me, Erica, and all of my mercenary work at linktree/Erica Goodwitch.
And we are all at thehydianway.com, where you can find previous episodes and previous seasons. You can find more episodes on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube Music. Plus, you can help us out by rating, reviewing, and subscribing.
You can holocom us at heroes@thehydianway.com, and you can find merch at tpublic.com/user/thehydianway.
If you like what we do and want to support the show, you can with a CAF Crew subscription at ko-fi.com/thehydianway.
I'm not entirely certain what the other species is, but that is...
I'm not thinking about this game. I'm not going to get into Allie taking out Herglix at the kneecaps.
You can reach their kneecaps?
That's exactly where my brain was going. Anyway, back to this game.
Fair. I'm just wanting to make sure that you're actually generally understanding how big a Herglick is.
Hang on, I forgot my species name again. Oh my gosh.
Lasat.
I'll remember one of these days.
And it's at this point that I'm realizing I've got to come up with a slight differentiation in how the radio or the comm sounds for it to be on speakerphone. Because I'm just sort of figuring that there's no way in an audience with a hut, you're taking a phone call that isn't on speakerphone.
Very polite of the hut to just be there quietly listening.
Oh, well, okay. From a practical point, I don't really want to be doing hut noises at the moment, I'm going to be either looking for or creating them in the background at some point. Maybe even trying to figure out if I do still have the recording / settings for what Ross did. But
I meant more just not interrupting or interjecting.
I mean, they're listening in.
Curiosity
Well,
killed the hut,
that sort of
but
goes with
satisfaction
the-
brought it back.
Nice. What I'm more meaning is the translating droid is not saying a dang thing. The hut may be saying something in the background, but the translator droid is not translating.
The hut is calling me slurs.
So
Norrin probably speaks Huttese. 2 ranks in xenology.
yeah.